Good morning and welcome to the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club's annual awards breakfast. I'm Harv Shabothi, and it's my privilege for the 20th time to be the MC for this event this morning. I remember the second time we did this award was right here at the Cat Cavern, and back in those days the club was used to doing its activities and meetings here, and some of you probably went through an awful lot of pain wandering around campus trying to figure out where this place was this morning. That occasion 19 years ago, the second time I did this award, I remember there was a young man in the audience who was a young gentleman that I had coached in the 5th grade, 6th grade, and in football. He went on to star at South Salem High School, was the Oregonian's male athlete of the year. He went on to Oregon State University as a receiver and a returner, transferred to Montana where he became an All-American receiver, went on to try out for a few NFL teams, and in the end wound up setting a number of standards in the Arena Football League, and just recently was inducted into the Montana Grizzlies Hall of Fame. Joe Douglas was the 29th individual to receive the Male Athlete of the Year award. Since that time, we've had 18 more, and today we'll add a 19th. So 48 recipients from the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club's Male Athlete of the Year. We'll meet that person today, and that's our mission this morning. We're recognizing and celebrating the excellence of student athletes here in the Salem-Keizer area. A club that was formed in 1954 has continued that tradition. Today you'll meet the nominees for our Athlete of the Year awards. You're also going to meet the Coaches of the Year in both the college and high school ranks in the area. The club also, throughout those years since 1954, has been awarding each week a Athlete of the Week award. It also recognizes seasonal athletes, the outstanding participant in each of the sports sanctioned by the OSAA. And we'll finish that. You'll get a chance to meet the spring sports award winners for the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club this morning. Joining us for certainly as long as I've been emceeing this event one more time is CCTV. So not only are the people who are with us in this room this morning getting a chance to meet these young people and hear about some of their accomplishments, so are a lot of the viewers at home. And for those of you who are with us this morning, the playback times for CCTV for this event are listed in your program on the back. In addition to CCTV and recognizing their support for the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club, we also would like to thank Willamette University. They have been hosting us as a club for these many years, and one more year they have done that for us. To Bon Appetit, their food provider, they provided the food this morning. And then we also have to acknowledge for the many, many years of help that they provided to this club, Salem Trophy. All the hardware you see here today, all the hardware we've provided over the years has come from that organization, and we're certainly grateful to them. We're going to start this morning by finishing off our awards for the year before we get to the Athlete of the Year nominees. As I mentioned, in each of the sports that is sanctioned by the OSAA, the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club recognizes the outstanding athlete in each of those sports, and we have the spring season awards to present this morning. To do that, he's helped by his sidekick, Pete Hoffert. The gentleman who's going to be doing the presentations certainly deserves a lot of credit for keeping this organization going. When you look at the board of directors on the back, his title is no greater than any of the other folks that you see on that board, but I don't think there's an individual that works harder than the person I'm about to introduce. Will you join me in welcoming Don Kerzel?
Okay, as Harv said, we have a little bit of business to finish from our year. We're going to introduce to you our spring sport athletes of the year. So, find my spot. For baseball, our senior athlete of the year is Austin Hamilton from North Salem. For softball, Lauren Donovan from South Salem Softball. For boys track, Jack Hill from South Salem. For boys tennis, Brent Wheeler from Sprague High School. For girls tennis, we have 2 award recipients, state champions in doubles, Ashley Spencer from West Salem and Grace Lynn from West Salem. Congratulations on a great spring season. Thanks.
We congratulate all these young people. We're going to move right into kind of the heart of our program, and that's a chance to introduce to you the nominees for the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club High School Male and Female Athletes of the Year. Every one of these young people that you're going to meet is a winner. They've already been nominated by their school as their nominee for this award. They've been winners on the field, on the track. We're talking about people from the state playoffs, state championship teams. But they've also been winners in the classroom. You'll be amazed as you hear some of the grade point averages, National Honor Society, some of the other achievements, not only on the athletic field, but in the classroom. They're also leaders in their student bodies. You've got student body officers and kids that are just plain involved in every single way, not only in their schools, but in the community, some in their churches. So these people, when we talk about student athletes, they're more than just successes in athletic competition. To introduce the nominees to you, it's my honor to introduce, I guess he's the founder of the All Redhead team, or maybe co-founder. Also has, for a generation that's grown up in Salem, you've had an opportunity to hear, if there's been a broadcast of a state playoff game, more often than not, KBZY has been there. That gentleman behind the mic is with us this morning. Will you join me in welcoming Mark Gilman?
Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your breakfast. I had some of yours. You just weren't looking. It'll be ladies first today for the Athletes of the Year, and the way we're going to work this, in case you missed earlier, I'm going to ask you to each come up individually, stand up front, and you can applaud them while they come on up, and I'll sing your praises as you come on up, and we'll go from there. A little different protocol, but we'll move it right along. First up, our Harold Houck Female Athlete of the Year, Jamie Roos of Sprague High School. Jamie was a 4-year varsity starter in basketball for the Olympians. As a sophomore, she was a second leading scorer in the Central Valley Conference, while as a junior, she was a leading scorer in the CVC and was named first team All-CVC. This year, Jamie was the CVC Player of the Year and the state's leading scorer. Named second team All-State, she was the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club Female Basketball Player of the Year and the Statesman Journal Female Basketball Player of the Year. According to her coach, Jamie is a hard worker with heart, dedication, and leadership that shows on the court. Jamie is a member of Sprague's governing board and has a 3.9 GPA. Jamie Ruse of Sprague High School. Sandra Hernandez of North Salem High. Sandra is a three-sport athlete. She earned 3 varsity letters in soccer. She was team captain and earned 3 varsity letters in golf, breaking her personal record this season at districts by 15 strokes. She also earned 3 varsity letters in wrestling and was 2010 state champion. According to her golf coach, she is very coachable and set a great example for the other athletes. She also commented that it's amazing what Sandra accomplished with an old set of golf clubs and no professional lessons, just learning through drills. She has a 3.75 GPA and will be attending Chemeketa on scholarship this fall. Sandra Hernandez of North Salem. Rachel Domeyer of McKay. Rachel is a 2-sport athlete competing in both track and volleyball, an honorable mention all-league volleyball player. She was a member of the all-conference academic team. She helped lead her 2008 volleyball team to the playoffs and was co-captain in 2009, 10, and 11. She was also named Volleyball Most Inspirational as a junior and a senior. As a junior, she was voted track MVP. Rachel was a member of the 4x100 meter relay that finished 6th at state and set a school record time of 49.32 seconds. Now that's moving. A state qualifier in the high jump, she holds the second best long jump in McKay history at 17 feet 1 inch. And Rachel is a 4.0 student, was the McKay 2010 Honors Chemistry Student of the Year, and will be attending college in Arkansas, earning 2 scholarships to support her education. Rachel Domeyer of McKay High School. Grace Lin of West Salem High. Grace competed at the varsity level for 4 years in both cross country and tennis. A 3-time state participant in cross country, she finished as high as 2nd in the CVC district meet. She was named 2nd team all-conference as a freshman and 1st team all-conference and all-academic as a sophomore, junior, and senior. In tennis, she placed 2nd at districts in singles as a freshman and 1st as a sophomore. And as a junior and senior, she was on the CVC champion doubles team and the state champion doubles team. She was a 4-time state participant in tennis and a 4-time member of the tennis all-academic team. According to her tennis coach, Grace is a great leader, a wonderful friend, inspiring teammate, very successful student, and not to mention, an incredible tennis player. Grace is a member of the National Honor Society, has a 4.0 GPA, and is ranked 1st in her class. Grace Lin of West Salem. This is where I know I'm getting old. This is the daughter of a guy I used to broadcast. I am getting old. Madison Cavell of McNary. Maddie is a 3-year varsity volleyballer. During her career, she has been named to the 2nd team all-tournament team, 1st team all-state. She was a Salem Sports and Breakfast Club Athlete of the Week and was the Volleyball Senior Player of the Year. She was also named to the Statesman Journal All-Region team and was chosen as the Statesman Journal Player of the Year. Catch all that? She was 1st team All-CVC both her junior and senior years and was a unanimous pick this year as the Central Valley Conference League MVP. According to her coach, Maddie is a total team player and has a personality that builds teammates up. Her coach adds that Maddie has left an impact on the program that will be around for years to come. And she's graduating with a 3.18 GPA. Madison Cavell of McNary. Danielle Vanderstol of Salem Academy. Danielle is a 3-year varsity starter in both volleyball and basketball. As a sophomore in volleyball, she was named second team state all-tournament and was Offensive Player of the Year as a junior and senior. In basketball, she was named first team all-state tournament as a junior and a senior, and first team all-state as a junior and a senior. Now that's consistency. She also earned 2 state tournament player of the game awards as a junior while being selected the state tournament MVP as a senior. Danielle was named conference player of the year her senior year. A member of the 2A state champions as a sophomore, she was a member of the 3A second place team as a senior. Danny is described as an absolute treasure and a recognizable force in Salem area girls basketball the last 4 years. She's graduating with a 3.45 GPA. Danielle Vanderstoel of Salem Academy. And finally, Lauren Donovan of South Salem. Lauren played 1 year of varsity basketball for the Saxons and started 3 years at first base for the softball team. As a sophomore and a junior, Lauren was named first team All-Central Valley Conference and second team All-State. As a senior this year, she was again named first team All-CVC and was a Salem Sports and Breakfast Club Athlete of the Week, as well as our softball Senior of the Year. A team captain of the 2011 CVC League champions, Lauren holds the school home run record for one season with a total of 7. Lauren has a 4.0 GPA, is a member of the National Honor Society, school valedictorian, presidential scholar, National Merit Commended student, ASB historian, Key Club secretary, and she sweeps floors when she has time. Oh, and she'll be playing for a state championship on Saturday. And you can follow her next year as she attends Stanford, where she will play softball. Lauren Donovan of South Salem. You're impressive, ladies. And our 2011 Harold Houck Female Athlete of the Year, Grace Lin of West Salem. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause again. And now for our Oliver Houston Prep Athletes of the Year on the male side. All right, again, same drill, gentlemen. Come on up as your name is called, and we'll talk all about you. Jake Phone of South Salem. Jake is a 3-sport athlete competing in football, basketball, and baseball. The 2010 team captain for the Saxons, Jake was a 2-time first-team All-Central Valley Conference running back and second-team All-Conference corner. He was named second-team All-State running back as a senior, the second leading rusher in school history. He rushed for 2,000 total yards as a senior. A 3-year varsity letter winner in basketball, Jake was a 2-time captain, most inspirational, and the defensive player of the year. Jake was an all-conference honorable mention as a senior. In baseball, he earned 2 varsity letters and 2 second-team All-CVC mentions as infielder and shortstop. And according to his coaches, Jake is the epitome of what we look for in a high school athlete, an outstanding student, a great leader, and a very competitive athlete. He's a senior class president, I might add, a member of the 2010 state champion symphonic choir, and Jake is graduating with a 3.74 GPA. Jake Phone of South Salem. Wes Heredia of McNary. Wes is a 3-sport athlete competing in football, wrestling, and track and field. He played football for 4 years, earning an honorable mention All-CVC recognition. He also competed 2 years in track and field. In wrestling, he competed 4 years and was a 3-time district regional placer and a 2-time champion. A team captain, he not only earned a 4th-place finish at state, but his senior year, state champion at 215 pounds. Wes was also named the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club Senior Wrestler of the Year. According to his coach, character and leadership are some of Wes's strongest qualities. He truly believes he can have an impact on others based on how he treats them and the time he spends with them. Wes Heredia of McNary. Jordan Giza of Sprague High School. Jordan is a three-sport athlete competing in football, wrestling, and baseball. A three-year letterman in football, Jordan was a one-time All-League running back and a two-time All-CVC safety. A team captain, he was voted MVP, and he was selected to play in the Les Schwab Bowl. A four-year letterman in wrestling, Jordan was a district champion and a two-time state placer. In baseball, he earned 3 letters and was named second-team All-Central Valley Conference as a junior and first-team All-CVC as a senior. He was also voted team MVP. He finished with a GPA of 3.27, and Jordan will be attending Linfield, where he'll be very busy playing both football and baseball. Jordan Giza of Sprague High School. Ian Silbernagel of McKay High School. Ian is a three-sport athlete competing in football, basketball, and track. In football, he was named first-team All-Conference and second-team All-State. In basketball, he was the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club Senior of the Year and was named to the first-team All-Central Valley Conference and third-team All-State. A district champion in the 100 and 200 meters, Ian was also a member of the district champion 4x100-meter relay team. At state, he finished 7th in the 200 and 3rd in the 100-meter sprint. Serving his community at McKay, he worked on the Cleaning McKay Wetlands project, as well as the McKay Kids basketball and football camps. Oh, and Ian will be playing football on a full-ride scholarship at the University of Idaho, where it's an hour later and he'd be more awake. Ian Silbernagel of McKay. Shane Kinsey of West Salem. Shane is a two-sport athlete competing in both football and track. A 3-year letterman in football, he was twice named the Central Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Shane was honored by the Statesman Journal as the All-Mid-Valley linebacker and was a second-team All-State linebacker. He was also honored by the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club as the Senior Football Player of the Year and was selected to play at the Les Schwab Bowl. In track, he earned 2 letters competing in sprints, jumps, and throwing events. He qualified for state as a member of the 4x100-meter relay. His coaches call him a leader, leading by example in sports and in the community. Shane will graduate with a 3.74 GPA and will be attending Western Oregon University in the fall, where he'll play football. Shane Kinsey of West Salem High. And finally, Cole Ferguson of North Salem. Cole is a two-sport athlete competing in both football and baseball and has received Athlete of the Week honors from the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club in both sports. A 3-year starter in football, Cole started at quarterback and at tight end. He was an All-CVC honorable mention at tight end in 2010. A varsity starter all 4 years in baseball, Cole was named second-team All-Central Valley Conference as a sophomore and first-team All-CVC as a junior and senior. He was also named Player of the Year as a junior. This season, he was selected to the Nike 5A, 6A All-Star Series in Corvallis. Cole set a school record as a junior, finishing with a .539 batting average, and was first-team All-State, I might add. And let's see here, with an average of .456 this season, he set a school record hitting 40 RBIs. Cole has spent thousands of honors volunteering with baseball camps and clinics, umpiring, volunteering with Boys and Girls Club football, as well as cleaning and improving fields. He'll finish up his high school career in the classroom with a GPA of 3.57, and he's received a $25,000 scholarship to attend Western Nevada College, where he will also, as a matter of fact, play a little baseball. Cole Ferguson of North Salem High. Again, aren't they impressive specimens? And the 2011 Oliver Houston Male Prep Athlete of the Year is Ian Silbernagel of McKay. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. One more round of applause for them as they take a seat. It's now time for our Coach of the Year award winners. We'll let you. We'll give them some time to walk up here slowly, as these are written always to build a little suspense. Although I'm not real good at delivering on the suspense. All right, we'll start with our high school award winner. With 23 years total coaching high school baseball, our Coach of the Year has developed a winning program based upon team principles and on character. In his 12 years as a head coach, he has led 4 teams to conference championships and all but one to the state playoffs. With an overall record of 516 wins and 232 losses, he's also led 4 Legion teams to state championships. He's coached numerous all-league and all-state players over the year and has had a major role in developing players who have gone on to play major college and professional baseball. This man has created a baseball program that's based on team principles and character, as each player understands the core value of respect. Respect for each other, respect for umpires, really, respect for coaches, and respect for opponents. Character values and work habits that are taught on the field carry over to the classroom into the players' lives and their future careers. One of the historic coaches that will go down in the record books at North Salem High, the Chuck Bowles Coach of the Year, is Chris Lee. And as Chris likes to say, loving you. And he does. All right. Our college or collegiate coach of the year just finished his 12th season at the helm of his girls basketball program. A turnaround year that saw his team finish 19-11 overall and 13-5 in conference play. In 12 years, he has a winning record of 202 wins, 184 losses. In 1995 and 96, he coached his teams to back-to-back National Christian College Athletic Association national titles. This season, his girls made it deep in the playoffs before losing in the semifinals, finishing ranked in the top 40 in the nation. Next year, who knows what will happen with 3/4 of his roster returning. This coach has raised a family of athletes and coaches. His sons both have played and coached, while his daughter played 4 years collegiately for him and now is the varsity basketball coach at Sprague High School. From Corban University, the Chuck Bowles College Coach of the Year, Terry Williams. Thank you, Terry. And again, thanks to all of our athletes. Another fine year, and guys, keep it up, all right? Look forward to seeing you down the road.
That pretty well wraps up the Sports and Breakfast Club season, but not all the sports season is done yet. We've got ball games. In fact, I think I came up last evening. The rest of the city of Bandon is following me up to Volcano Stadium this afternoon, hopefully. We won't get rained upon. But we've got the Saxons also with some softball left to play. And also might mention school's almost out. The spring sports are almost over. But we've got Hoopla coming up, and we need to mention that event because Jason Unruh and all the people associated with that event have made a major contribution this year to the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club, and we want to acknowledge and thank Jason and all the Hoopla folks for that. Otherwise, that's it for this particular school year as far as the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club is concerned. We hope that you'll come back and join us again in the fall. We meet every Friday morning that school's in session, at least as long as Willamette University is also open, at Gowdy Commons. So hope to see you all there come September. Thank you, everyone.